All right, guys, I am right back. Give me a second. Let me go ahead and I'm gonna play a little bit of music and while y'all gather. I wonder if I've been muted this whole time. Hold on real quick. Let me see how much. Oh yeah. Let me see how much y'all could even hear me saying. Unless I've been muted. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, let me go ahead and get this Palo stick going. Okay, so I hope that a lot of my clients listen to this, and I hope that you guys get a grasp and a bead on what I am saying. Basically, I'm going to give you a Cliff's Notes version of what I've been sitting here talking about for like the past 3 minutes, 4 minutes, and I was muted still. Okay. Which ain't funny, but I know how to articulate myself, so I'm good with that. What I was saying basically, blah, 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 is that I've never came to this website or any other website with an ideal of fame and wanting to be famous and wanting to be a superstar and, wanting to be in Hollywood, an actor, a model. No, I am a little witch shaman from Kansas City, Missouri. Family, love my family, love life, very loving person. Never in a million years would I ever really have a desire to hurt another person. It's just not in my nature at all. At all. Other people, I've seen people that are like that they just automatically just evil, want to hurt people. That's not how I am. I love to live life. I love to have wine with friends and just heal people, and that's just me. That's why I know that my heart will always go on. I know that everything that I want will always manifest for the greater good, for me and all that I love and whoever trusts me, because that's just what it is. Okay. Because after what the information that spirit has been giving to me, I can tell you straight up and down that there are a lot of people that have been making these huge mistakes, and they are going to have to face the music. They're going to have to pay for those mistakes direly. Dire mistakes that they have made. The fact that I and my loved ones, my lover, is alive and breathing every single day, and I have this knowledge of this and this foresight, this spiritual, magical foresight and good karma, I ain't got to worry about nothing. When it comes to magic and witchcraft, there are a lot of people that have an idea that they can just go and utilize it to do as much evil as they want as possible. And I can tell you, as a natural born witch, that is not the truth. And these people are going to find out. Because traditionally, witchery was used for healing and defense. And I know this because I have a deep knowledge of it. I am a Cancer water sign sun. So I have Cancer in my sun. I have the moon in my sun. So I know what I'm talking about. And that's why it's not a delusion of grandeur. I know my authority on this. Okay. And so for me, I've never wanted to be a witch just so that I can hex or curse people that, sure, there's people in this world that I've ran into that absolutely deserve to learn lessons because of their behavior. But what I want to talk to you guys about is when it comes to your adversaries and what we are looking for that is a precursor to how a case is going to be and what's going to have to be done to do it. And I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt that distractions and things of that nature, it is just not the best thing whatsoever, and you have to stay on point. But however, the way that my spirits are, they always, it's the love. And like I was telling y'all, I've got so much Venus and Mercury in my chart. My chart is dominant in Venus and Mercury. And that gives me automatic favor. And I don't care what anybody, listen, it doesn't matter what you say, what you think. I know. All you have to do is check my, those are a part of my Akashic records. And it's not that I'm bragging. I'm making a point. And I'm telling the truth. Okay? So my foundation is love and healing. At the end of the day. And money. And prosperity. And life and rebirth and all of that. When it comes to your adversaries, there are some of you, and I have experienced it, I'm experiencing it right now, to where they can't let it go. They can't let things go from their past. They can't let the situation go, even if it's a petty situation. They can't let it go. And if your enemies have a little bit of money, they can go and they can outsource and they can go and pay several. If your enemies have enough money, which is why I decided that anybody in this world that could afford to go and pay several houses of enemies to come against me, that they don't get shit in life. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why, because people are stupid. People can't discern. Even some of these practitioners out here, especially during these times, they're going to take the money. Somebody comes to them and says, I need black magic on this person. They may or may not ask them, well, hey, are you justified on this? And they're going to take the money. And the next thing you know, they're conjuring something against you. And it's all that evil eye jealousy. I don't care what you say. Nobody is doing things to you because you're nothing. People are attacking you because there's something that they want from you or something that they can't have from you, and they are upset with you and they want you dead or messed up out here. And that is the truth, because they are jealous and they have a problem with you. If I do a reading on you and you're like, oh my God, my life is a mess. Like, oh my God, I can't think, I can't eat, I can't sleep, I'm sick, this and that. Doctors can't find out what's wrong with me. I know that, and a lot of y'all will be able to see and discern what is going on, but you don't know what to do about it because it's too much. It's too much. And then God will say, oh, or the gods, because I am a polytheist. They'll say, oh, we got to lead this person to some help pronto. And if I see the devil card, 10 of swords, the magician card, the Hierophant, Page of Pentacles, it says a lot about what your adversaries are. And sometimes your adversaries can't let it go. They are obsessed with destroying you, and they will keep going forever because in their mind, they have no clue. And I am somebody for the past 10 years, actually, my whole life, but hardcore, especially the past the past 4 years studying planetary alchemy, studying alchemy, understanding the South Node, which is the South Node of the universe, the North Node, understanding Saturn and how Saturn works, which is transmutation, transformation, just understanding all of that. Even through the chaos of others, understanding that, but then having to deal with all of these disasters, emergencies, psychic attacks, little petty things, but still learning and learning every single day. When you got something like that, you got a serious problem. And what your enemies are doing is they are fucking up. They fucking themselves up. However, you are still going to go through the throes of that karma with them, even though it's not your own, because they didn't have to touch it. They could have went outside and looked up at the sun and made a better choice, but they didn't. What they did was they decided to go to a practitioner and pay for dark magic services. And see, this is the reason why I don't even advertise dark magic services. I don't do stuff like that. And for that, I will be blessed. I will not be cursed. I will always be blessed for being who I am and having the grace of the gods fully on my side and as my chariot, as my horses. Yeah. I am Miss Goody Two Shoes all the way, and I always do what's right by people. Your enemies, however, they have a mindset of vengeance. They don't have the capability of self-love or resolution. And they are doing the most to you as much as possible, which is why, like I said, I decided that if any enemy is going to go to set, because they'll go and they will pay 10 houses of enemies to do work on you. And when somebody's doing something like that to you, that can be devastating to your life. And people will be thinking that it's God. With it's God, but God tells you that it's that God will remind you, hey, I've given you the power and the resources to help yourself. Because really, to be honest with you, the basis of magic is not evil. It just is what it is. It is what we are made of magic and energy and protons and neurons and atoms. When you start to understand that, then you become mature and you understand. And it takes a lot of thought process. It can be very difficult being bombarded here just recently, because I was telling you guys about how they want to dominate, they want to control, they will take upon the personification of God by having a deeper understanding of how to use these universal energies against you. And they will have you scooted and booted all over the place and be controlling and dominating. And the next thing you know, somebody that hates you is in control of your life. And that's the last thing that you need. Nobody needs that. That's evil. Somebody that hates you, controlling and dominating your life, nah. That's that, and you shouldn't accept that. The day that you accept that is the day that you have dug your own grave. So witchcraft and magic within itself is not evil. The Bible is filled with magic. The Quran is filled with magic. It's all magic. It's all magic. Okay? All of it. It's just that people have been tricked a lot. And, you know, there's a lot of people that can't take responsibility. You see, I'm the type of person, like I said, I don't know if I repeated this yet, you know, but I'm the type of person to where I am going to still love a person and tolerate them, even if they don't have discernment, even if they affect me negatively, because I consider you to be innocent. As long as you don't have treachery in mind for me, and I know you don't, you're considered to be innocent in my eyes. So this is how, for me, I discern, because anybody can fall under the pitfalls of black magic and baneful magic. Okay, anybody can. As long as I know that you had in your best interest for me, I'm going to always be forgiving of you. But if you are a person that has surfaced as my adversary and, you know, I can't talk to you, you can't be reasoned with, then that's when I got to go to the extreme. Okay. That's how I tell my friends from my foes. So if you're a person that was turned away from me via black magic, and I know you're an innocent, then I'm going to turn that back to you being my friend and not my foe. And I'm going to transmute that situation. And you know what? I'm the type of person to where if somebody does something to me, as long as nobody that I love was harmed, I'm good with you. Even though it may have been hard, you was confused. It's my job as high priestess, as an authority in the spirit, it's in spirituality. Because everybody can't be low vibratory. Everybody can't be ignorant. It can't be everybody. If it was everybody, it would be a problem. Okay? We would have no world if everybody just fell apart. There would be no people here. There would be no happiness. There would be no peace. There would be no joy. So I'm not the type of person to where if I feel like you've done something that, you know, and I loved you, I still love you. I still love you. And you ain't got to worry about me throwing it up in your face. We ain't got to talk about it. We can move forward. And we ain't got to never talk about it. And there's trust and there's love and there's peace. There are some people that are not like that. In particular, these people that are out here using, they really don't know the meaning of life. And they are bitter and angry and hateful and vindictive and diabolical. And they are doing it within their relationships. You know, there are certain things that you just don't do when you're dealing with any kind of private relations. For example, my significant other, I don't care what he does. Because first of all, I'm going to be able to transmute the whole situation and I'm going to be good on it. I would never do anything to hurt him because I truly love him. From the moment I laid eyes on him, from the moment we spoke, from those first words that we said to each other. So no matter what he's doing or what he's done, I would still love him. I could not feel hate for him under no circumstances. I may get angry at first, but I'm going to settle on love. It just is what it is. Okay. No matter what. which I already know what he up to. He's a loner. He just, he's very sensitive. He's a Cancer like me. He's such a sweetheart. And I'm so lucky that I have him in my life to teach me that, to somebody to love unconditionally. Besides my children and grandchildren. Okay. There are some people, they just want control over you. And they will go and they will pay for black magic. Or either they're just jealous of you, or either both. It's been a lot of messy mess going on in social media. And this is some of the last things that I am going to discern to that group of people that call themselves the black sector. First of all, y'all will never be famous. Spirit is going to make sure of that. The gods are going to make sure of that. In fact, when you listen and you look at all of the things that y'all do and y'all say, wouldn't it make sense for everybody in this world to just forget about all of that? It's too toxic. Even for you. Now, when I do the work for myself to get rid of that toxicity, what I have to remind myself of, though, however, is that when I do the work myself, when I spend my money to make sure that that toxic energy, and I'm getting ready to break that toxic energy down to y'all all the way like a 12 gauge, because ain't none of y'all smart. All of y'all getting played like a fiddle. Every last one of y'all being played like a fiddle by a very confused and diabolical male. And I'm going to tell y'all who it is. So when I do the work for liberation of my loved ones and myself, deliverance from that evil. Hello, Stefan. Hallelujah. When I do the work to get deliverance from that evil, because that's some oh my God. I mean, you know what? I have clients that have worse situations, though. You know what I'm saying? But that's an evil situation. And a lot of people say, well, you're creating that. Oh, no. I don't want to hear that. So, people can create shit for you, and it's up to you to destroy it. All this messy mess, all this unnecessary drama, all of this trauma, and all of this going back and forth and doing all of this stuff, and folks attacking me, folks going on and on for years and years, and all of them being played like fiddles. Because I highly doubt that that is a coven. I don't believe that they are like a coven. Okay, I believe that the beefs that they have are very genuine, and so I'm going to speak on that for just a few moments here. The people that, are being played like a fiddle don't even realize that there's somebody for years, and it's a way. I would never be with a person that's that silly. I wouldn't play with those people. I've never played with those people. Those are people that if they were outside playing, my mama would be like, no, you can't play with those people, Shani. You can't play with those people. I don't play with folk like that. What I do is I put up my defense. If I've done something to you, like that girl that used to be a partner of mine, she used to be a friend. She was a partner of my company very, very, very briefly. Listen, whatever I've done to you that you think I've done to you, hon, I say this with love and kindness too. Okay? And I'm not saying it because I'm afraid of you. I'm saying it because you need to listen. I have already done the work to not only transmute that situation for you, but for me as well, for you to still be speaking about it or either trying to punish me for it. For whatever it is you think that I've done, it's out of place and it's unnatural and it will not ever be supported. You will not be supported on that, because I'm the type of person to where I don't like to have no damn drama going on for too long. So if I've transmuted it and said, hey, I'm letting this go, I'm giving it to Saturn to transmute it, I'm giving it to Venus to transmute it. That's it. You can't sit there and continue. So it's unnatural, because that's not the intention that I have set forward. For me and mine, because I got the right, don't I? What, are we going to play dumb and make it seem like people don't have the right to not go through that? And they don't have no discernment, because if they had any discernment, they would know that that man, that male that I was cussing at this morning, and we can sit up here and say, oh, it's not witchcraft, it's not this. That boy been playing all of y'all like a fiddle, and it's stupid as hell, because why does he care? He should have enough sense to just have moved on from that situation. Kept telling him to move on for years and years and years. He's obsessive and stuck. He can't stop listening. He can't just put up his protection and walk away, and literally has gotten himself into the shits. And I'm going to tell you how. When y'all sit up there and y'all attack me, just know that I am the one that has said, I give it up, I give it away, I'm walking away, transmute it, goodbye, you go your way, I go my way. Who's keeping the bullshit going? He's one of them. It's probably a few others keeping the bullshit going and active. I'm not doing that at all. So don't blame it on me. You are not going to be allowed to involve me ever again, because I'm not involved. Okay. Now, when you think about it, who has been the only person that has had the type of money that would be stupid enough to do work and have work put out on everybody in that group? Who? So all your problems, if any, is coming from that person. I don't give a damn about you enough to stay focused on you. I'm not obsessed with that situation. I'm not a narcissist. I have no invested interest in trying to control you or your life. I have already said, go somewhere and be great. I wish you the best. You ain't did nothing to me, because you haven't. They automatically went on the defense when I had that eviction happen. I wasn't thinking about them. I was ready to move forward. They kept going. You know why you kept going? Because you're being controlled. You're possessed. I haven't had the money to go out and pay 50, 100,000, 200,000 to practitioners and houses of enemies to go against y'all. So that's why, and hell, I'm not a part of y'all group. I don't want nothing to do with it anyway. But I for damn sure ain't invested none of my money or my time into y'all. So that's why you can never hold me responsible. You need to look to the person that could afford to go to these houses, these IFA houses, these people on islands and stuff, to send all that chaotic energy to you. Don't come to me with it, because that person, for some reason, has an obsession. I don't know why. I tried to get this person to stop. I tried to, and see, the thing of it is, today is the 10th of the month. We are done. We are done with that. We have reached the end of the road, and it's going to be on my terms. You're not going to make me homeless. You're not going to kill me. You're not going to destroy my man, my children, my grandchildren. Not ever. So I know exactly how to make it do what it do. And I don't give a damn if he go and pay 20 if obey voodoo, Haitian voodoo, all that shit. Hey, and I didn't mean to say doo-doo. I'm not disrespecting Haitians. I don't give a damn what. I'm doing the work for me, and I'm not gonna let y'all benefit, because what y'all do, what I do is I do work to make sure I don't want this shit in my life at all affecting me. I don't have nothing to do with that dude. And I have never really actually supported him in staying involved so that he can obsessively go around like this is exactly what, and it's a couple of them that have been doing that. Why the hell won't you just walk the hell away instead of I'm gonna get 20 black candles and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that? But what you're doing, because you're not letting it go. See, I let it go. I've never grasped onto it. You see what I'm saying? I'm not grass rooted in that. I ain't got nothing to do with that. And yeah, I do believe that on some level, there has been money that has been anteed up to put a bounty out on me and the heads of my children and the heads of my grandchildren. And that's stupid as hell. But at the end of the day, y'all are being controlled by that person that is obsessed, that for some reason wants control over everybody in that group. It's like, what the fuck? Like, control yourself. What the fuck are you doing? And then if that's that person's head, if those people matter that much to him, to where he would go that far, that's on him. That's his reality. Has nothing to do with what is real to me. If he feels that he can't go on or live without controlling these people, if that's his stuff, that's his cross to bear, not mine, not my man's, not anybody that I love. My children and my girl, we don't have nothing to do with that. In fact, my children are being discussed. And see, this is the whole thing about it. As they mama, as mommy, I take it all. I don't let none of it touch my babies. I don't let none of it touch them kids or my grandbabies. It's all gonna come at me. And I'm not going to be no victim, innocent bystander. You got me messed up. Not ever. So that's on that person. It's real to him. It matters to him. It doesn't matter to me. I can go on with my life. I'm not going to sit up here and let you run around here and call me a pedophile. I'm not going to sit up here and no, that's not what's going to happen. See, that's going to come from the hand of God. So you can't argue with God. But I honestly have nothing to do with any of that. Don't have an invested interest and don't care. Some sort of merging of realities or something that I don't have nothing to do with. Okay. There are some people that love that stuff. They have an invested interest of keeping all of you people, and don't, you can't include me in that. I am the God of all of my life. I am the God. I'm the God. And that's the way it should be. Whatever relationship that you have with your God, God is saying to you, I am your God. You're the God. You're a reflection of me. So I don't want nothing to do with that situation. There's been a lot of messy mess. My main channel got flagged, but that's okay because, I mean, let's keep it a buck. All of my videos that are getting the main views on my channel, of course, I can go and look at the stats of that channel anytime I want. I really don't even have to do any new videos on that channel. My chart is dominant, like I said, in Venus and Mercury. I'm just a very loving person. I try to talk to people, talk some sense into them. I'm beyond that. Right now, all I care about is I care about the well-being of my man. Listen, if you are amongst a house of enemies that is doing work towards me, my children, my grandchildren, my lover. Let me tell you something. You better listen and listen good. King Kong ain't got nothing on me. And I got the right to say that because I got love for my people. Those are my babies that I pushed out of my chat. But what do you call that? Snatch. And I'm going to protect them with my life. And I ain't got to die. I'm going to protect my lover with my life because I love him, because I love my children. So we're not going to have that mess. So you know what? You may think, oh, well, I'm the all powerful and I done did this and I got a track record. Listen, baby. You don't know a mother and you don't know love. You don't know the power of love and the power of love of a mother. And you don't really know the power of love of a wife. You understand me? A wife. You don't know. You don't really know. Completely clueless. So, and we all saw how the diddler been doing black magic, doing all this mess to people. You see where he at? He in the feds. He with the feds now. I respect them for it. And he ain't getting about it. He ain't getting about that. So you can think you badass running around here. The diddler had built this man is worth how much is P. Diddy worth? So money ain't shit when it comes to doing right. When you go off on a tangent and you start conjuring up these energies unfairly against people, it's no longer really out of their hands. God is going to give them the discernment to fix it, especially as a witch. The gods are going to give me discernment to fix it. But at that point, you dealing with God because you shouldn't have done that. What are you doing? So I ain't got shit to worry about. I ain't worrying about nothing because I actually have trust in God. Jacob the jeweler. Can you please? He always what? Can you get mommy's package? So that's just what that is, hunty. And I can get cute all the hell I want with it because you shouldn't have been doing stuff like that. And I know it for a fact. This person can deny it. You can run around here with your practitioner, your person that was desperate enough to take your money to fuck with people, to try to do harm to people's lives. Thank you, baby. To try to do harm to people's lives that didn't deserve it. But at the end of the day, because guess what? Let me tell you something. Even though people I got me a 3-armed candelabra. Even though people will sit up here in front and fake the funk, at the end of the day, you know what you did. And you know what? It was something telling you, maybe I shouldn't. You should have listened to that. And you got to let people go. You can't sit up here. And that's why I was saying to people, you know what I'm saying? I'm not the type of practitioner to where you trying to get this person for whatever reason. It's more than likely not love. You trying to get this person somehow. You want that person under your control, but you don't want them under your control for good reasons. You want them under your control so you can hurt them. And I don't even have to tell you how that ain't gonna work out for you. It ain't gonna never work out for you. Never. It's never gonna work for you. Never. It's gonna always work against you. If you have an invested interest of loving on somebody and taking care of them and not trying to take their peace all the time and wanting that person to be happy, then it ain't nothing wrong with you saying, hey, you know, I got to help this person. So it's a lot of people that'll go out there and they'll get love magic done with the intent of dark purposes, with the intentions of being dark and sinister towards that person. But there are a lot of people that get love work because they just want to love a person and they know that that person gonna be lonely. That person is, you know, that, and it's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with that. In the spirit of Valentine's Day, I can promise you, it's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with wanting to see somebody happy. It's nothing wrong with that. It's not controlling. It's not evil. It's nothing at all wrong with that. But it's some people out there, they have the most foulest intentions when it comes to love. They just want to hurt the people that love them. And that ain't right. You in violation. Venus, Oshun, Oya, God, the devil will take everything from you for doing that. Lucifer, the light bearer, Lucifer, the god of Venus, will take it all from you because you ain't right. Okay? You don't do people like that. So, you know, that's just what that is. And so last night it was ridiculous. I could see that something was controlling these people. I always see some other dark force controlling you people, and y'all acting like y'all smart and you be totally under possession and talking to me. So who else has an invested interest in me? We all know who. Just want to mess with me. Mad, oh, you in love with another man? Yeah, I'm that is the love of my life. Excuse me, thank you, and goodbye. Too bad. That's life. Go live your destiny. And then sitting up here with this unnatural bullshit trying to make it seem like, oh, well, nobody in this world loves you. And it's like, hey, you going a little too far. You always going too far. Just stop. Just stop. You have a problem. And see, people should not ever use magic and witchcraft to do that. My healing powers are activated 100. So you can't kill me. It ain't gonna kill me, which is sick. Why would you want to kill me? That's like, what the hell? Like, yeah, that ain't a part of reality. So, and I'm always be able to ground my heart and millions of others at the same time. I've already done it. That channel that you flagged in 2020 is already viral. So the people that was meant to get my message and understand, they already got it. Okay? In the meantime, I got every human and divine right to take care of and make sure the well-being of my loved ones and the people that I love, to make sure that you don't create any tragedies in our lives, and you never will. That's a promise. And hypocrisy can't save you. You can't say, oh, well, you know, you're a witch and da 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 da. Oh, miss me with that. Miss me with that. Because so are you. Your Bible and your Qurans that you turn to, it's all magic. It's all God's energy. So don't try to tell me you can do whatever you want to do to me to hurt me. and I'm supposed to just die, you got me fucked up. And I want y'all to understand the clients that watch this, I want y'all to hold on to this inspiration. I'm going to tell you something straight up and down. When we were staying in that extended stay, I could see very clearly several houses of enemies, men. I'm like, the hell are these men? I'm like, let me go out here and burn a sage stick. And they all, oh, I could see multiple houses of enemies against me. I'm 5'4" tall. What the hell are you doing? And I am somebody. You not just gonna take my life. You not just gonna do it. I have the right to that pie in the sky that belongs to me. And you not going to take it. Because I don't ask for much. So what I get, I'm gonna get access of. And you can't deny me of that. And if I gotta go to my dark powers, I will, and I will do it guilt-free. And they will always be loyal to me. Far more loyal than you. That's what I was saying yesterday, Stevan. A lot of these men will be very, very disloyal to you, very out of control. And when women or witches go to our dark powers of the underworld to assist us, they want to try to make us feel bad. You can't make me feel bad. And you can't never take away my will to live. You can't never break my spirit. So that's just what that is. And I don't even know why they want to do it. What's wrong with you? The hell? Be sitting there looking at them like, what the hell is wrong with you? Whatever. And I ain't got to fight with you. But I want people to know. Because when you're doing broadcasting, right? And it doesn't matter. Because the people that need to see this that are relevant to me are going to see it. They're going to hear it. And they're going to be comforted by it. And they're going to be saved by it. Okay? So numbers don't matter. Because half the time, a lot of these people that be sitting up here with all that mess, they don't even be listening to that. They don't even be that. It's like, it's obvious you ain't listening to this bullshit. If you were actually listening, you would know that this person has no loyalty, not even to you. And that's sad. I wouldn't trust a person that does things like that. But you trust whoever you want to trust. I ain't trying to look out. I'm only looking out for those that are looking out for me and my best interests. Otherwise, you know what I'm saying? They already in trouble. There's no way I would support a person doing stuff like that. And you know, a lot of the stuff, the revenge porn and all that stuff is petty. That shit ain't shit. It's the fact that this person tried to go and have a bounty put out on me, unjustified. And I can tell you straight up and down, you might as well just let go of that money that you paid to your practitioner. Because I'll pull a whammy on you. And I'll protect the practitioners that you went to and make them work for me. Everything they do gonna work on my behalf. Okay? You out here and you are a practitioner, it is what it is. I ain't never went to nobody else to get no work done on nobody. I do all my work myself. So I ain't got to worry about none of that. Especially when you was unjustified in doing it. Oh, I called somebody, I disrespected this woman to the highest of disrespect and got her involved with me when all I ever had was an intention of killing her because I'm trying to show my hatred for a black woman. And then I don't like her because she light skinned. and I'm just showing my hatred. And I don't even want to hear that. And until you clean it up, you gonna be under direct compromise, and never an innocent woman and her children. At the end of the day, God is gonna protect babies and fools. And I'm a baby and I'm a fool. Okay. You know why? Because I have faith in God. I have faith in the universe. I have faith in understanding. I know for a fact. I was looking at some videos last night, Stefan. I was looking at some videos. And oh my God, this man took his telescope and he said I got a picture of Saturn with my biggest telescope. I'm gonna try to find it and show it to y'all real quick. And it was amazing. It was one of the most amazing sights that I have ever seen in my life. And I know that it's real. A lot of people say, well, that's not real. And this, I don't even, you honey, go get your mental illness checked out. Okay. Yeah. Because you can't discern what's real or what's not. I'm going to show y'all this video real quick. I said, this is really amazing. Y'all know I love telescopes and stuff like that. And I plan on buying me one. Look at this. Absolutely beautiful. Look at this. Absolutely beautiful. This is look at that. That's Saturn. And people will say, well, you know what? You don't know if that's real. Oh, it's very real. That's one of my favorite planets. Besides Venus, you can find videos like that of people. And see, those are the things that I'm interested in. That's one of my interests and hobbies. You know, not running around here arguing with people. That would never be a desirable way of life for me. I'm too smart for that. Absolutely beautiful. If you love yourself, truly love yourself, you should know that you deserve better than to be running around here arguing with people about what. We're in the year 2000. If you don't know yet, you ain't gonna never know. You ain't gonna never know nothing. Apparently, it's just meant for you to know nothing. You know, and I have many other interests, but that's one of them. But that's a very important interest because Saturn to me is the key and the gateway when it comes to karma, when it comes to cleanses, when it comes to healing, when it comes to a lot of different things. And so, you know, and then also there's the planet Chiron that I've just recently connected with, which, you know, when you connect with these planets and you start healing and you start feeling really good and you start getting all that, you know, humans on this planet will try to quickly disconnect you from that by throwing stuff at your head. They can be really horrifying. And they ain't got no business doing stuff like that, but they do it anyway. They do it anyway. And we do what we do about it. And especially when it's an enemy that's obsessed. You know, there have been, I can't even tell you how many times, and that's why Spirit said, see, sometimes when you have settled a situation and you've done the work to make sure, you know, because I've done that, make sure my children are okay, I'm okay, my lover, make sure that he's good. Okay, regardless if we're together or not, I would, you know, It's the I ain't even gonna try to explain that because people don't understand love. They don't. They think they do, but they don't. And when somebody comes back and tries to reconnect those rings, tries to consistently keep a cycle going, then you become the problem and you're going to have to deal with it. Do y'all know how many times in the past 10 years I have successfully done the work to end certain cycles with people that were negative, unwarranted, unwanted, unnecessary, unnatural? How many times? You know what those people do? Those people will find that energy. They'll find it. They'll dig it out of a black hole and keep it going. Why? For what? Is it serving you? Nope. But see, they'll still do it. There's a lot of people that are not smart. They will do things that don't serve them at all. They running around here committing spiritual suicide. That's stupid. How many times have I done it? Spirit said, you know what? You've done it so many times. You've ended it. You've ended that cycle. You have sent it to a black hole, and somebody keeps revitalizing it, even though it ain't good for them. They just keep doing it because it's some people that are just stupid. It's some people that are just suicidal. They don't give a damn about their life. So they keep digging it up, digging it up, digging up the evil dead. And you know what? Hey, listen, that's on you. That's on you. Smart people have said, no, we're not doing this. You running around here, you don't want to let it go. I guess that energy you flourish in. You like that energy. For some reason, you think you need that energy to survive, even though it's killing you. Hey, listen. Hey, buddy, listen. I know exactly what to do. Because there's some people out here, they just be freaking out. And, I already know that God loves me because if that, if anything else was and it's not to say that when people get shot or stabbed that God didn't love them. But, if that's what God decided to do with the situation and that's what God has put into my heart, then that's what's going to manifest. God said, this is what's in the stars for you, and you keep shooting for it. While your enemies are on a totally different wavelength and frequency. And then trying to think of ways to judge you. And see, that's why I was telling a lot of y'all, I was looking at some old videos when I was back at my old house. And back then, I was not necessarily connected. Because when you fully connected with God, God is going to give you everything. The gods, they're going to give you everything. They're going to make sure. You know what I'm saying? But people try to make it seem like all that jazz and all that craziness is that's the result of you being a witch, and that's not true either. They liars. They want to try to convince people that when you practice witchcraft, that it's going to be all this chaos and stuff. Those are those people doing that. Because when I initially found witchcraft, it was, when I came back to it, I knew in my heart that it saved my life. Not only did it save my life, it saved my kids' lives. It saved people's lives, and the people, because of the stigmas and because of the ignorance, they were the ones that was creating the fear and the negativity and the paranoia. It's like I said, I went to go visit my family in Savannah when I first got down here to Georgia. And my little cousin that I raised this little girl. I have nothing but love for my whole family. She was like, you a witch. She said, are you going to put a hoax on me? I never forget that. I said, girl, I love you. I raised you. If anything, I would do nothing but protect you and love you. But see, people don't believe that. And then also another thing, I was under attack. So, it just is sad what people do when people can just leave people the hell alone. They choose to do they choose to do the latter. And then the next thing you know, everybody fighting. Nobody has any discernment. Nobody had any discernment really, except for me. I was like, this is kind of ridiculous. I'm not creating this. These people are creating this. And then people that call themselves some kind of spiritual authority that want to manipulate people, they'll make up all kind of stuff. Well, see, it's a silent but deadly fart, really. It's a silent part of a person's self that's you doing it. They'll create a bunch of damn chaos and try to make people think it's you when it's not you. Just because they and I didn't know it was people out there that existed like that. Totally ridiculous. Any sane and rational witch or spiritual worker will tell you that it is unfeasible for you to make the entire world hate a person. Stop it. Stop it. Okay? You won't be able to do it by lying on the person. You'll never get away with it. But there's some people that will just keep trying. Instead of being sensible, instead of saying, you know what, let me step back. Because they don't want to take that karma. They don't want to face the music, but you're going to have to. You're facing it right now. If you're a person that decided that you was going to create some shit, you was just going to be creative and start some stuff with anybody, not just Jamila, anybody, you're going to have to deal with it. And the person that you're targeting does not have to suffer because of what you're doing. You're creating it. And you thinking when you could have created so much better things, you decided to create that. So, that's pretty much what we on. Y'all, I done cleaned up a lot in this room. I'm getting ready to get off of here in a minute. So a lot of you guys are probably like, oh my God, to actually really fix things, why does it cost so much? You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot. Some of y'all enemies are just like mine. They will and they will go to several houses. And they will go to and these IFA houses down here, especially in Georgia or in other countries, they need to stop doing stuff like that. But see, they'll take the money. And the next thing they know, they in a spiritual war with a witch in the U.S. And you can't just assume that every Black person in the U.S. is stupid, dumb, and weak, because we're not. They want to make that assumption and that assertion, but that assertion is not the truth. There have been many witches that have faced the same thing and they have survived. If you can't start up the as a practitioner, you have a responsibility to be responsible. Somebody come to you with that mess, you should then assert your understanding and your deep level of understanding to say, hey, listen, I'm going to suggest that you do this. And if you really got the power, hon, you don't have to fear, damn, if I turn them down, I'm going to lose some money. Because a person that comes at you like that, and they like, I got $20,000, $40,000 to do this and do that. It'll be easier if you just work on them. But see, a lot of people are not advanced in their spiritual knowledge. A lot of those practitioners have never heard of Pluto, Uranus, Saturn. It's just not in their vocabulary. All they know is murder, murder, kill, kill, chaos, and hope for the best. And you could have actually helped that person and said, hey, you know what you can pay me for? What? To fix your head, because why are you doing this? You should be able to see that too. You should be able to see and make a discernment to not do that, to not just attack innocent people. It's a lot of innocent people that get hurt and sometimes get killed over stuff like that. And even people that commit treacherous acts towards people, God sometimes sees them as still being innocent because they're being manipulated. Now, I'm not talking about murder. Once you've committed murder to somebody, that right there, that's, that, and especially if it wasn't in self-defense, you just done decided, you can't just decide, oh, I think Jamila is so pretty and I want her to die, because that's really why you want me to die, because I'm so perfect. You ain't gonna never admit it. You don't have to. I went my whole life without having people jealous of me to that extent. She got to be gone. She got to be gone because I'm feeling some type of way about her. You know what I'm saying? If somebody came to me with that mess, I'd be like, hey, listen, I'm not doing work on that person. I'm not going to hurt that person. But what I will do is I will bring you some self-love, baby. I'll bring you some self-love and some healing and some cleansing is what you need, baby. And I've had people do that and they listen to me. But see, a lot of the times when I don't attract clients like that. Obsessive and neurotic and I don't have people come at me like that. I don't have clients that come to me and lie. I don't have that. Starting a bunch of shit for no fucking reason. I don't have that bullshit. But I do have clients that have enemies that are like that. And the shit oh my God. Nothing worse than dealing with that kind of energy fucking sucks. Somebody that just can't let the shit go. They scared as fuck. They honestly think if, they done set up here and conjured all this death and destruction, they don't really have a high level of faith with God, because if they did, they could say, God, you know what? I messed up. I made the wrong decision. Please save me, God. And God will save you. And you'll be fine. A lot of them don't have that discernment. They don't have that connection with God. They cut off for whatever reason. Maybe it's because it's a chain. It's a curse chain, and maybe somebody is causing you, maybe somebody doing something to you. It don't matter if that other person, it does not matter. You are the one that made the sacrifice of the money to go after this innocent person, to do unnecessary things. And see, I've done consultations for people that have mentioned things like that to me. You know what I tell them? I say, you know what? It ain't worth it. And I'm not gonna do that. It ain't worth it. It ain't gonna do nothing for you. That will never serve your purpose, trust me. Again, if somebody done killed your loved one or something like that, that's different. These people are doing work and putting bounties on people's head, and the person ain't even committed no goddamn crime. The fuck? That shit is weird to me. They putting bounties out on people's heads for nothing. And yeah, you gotta have a reason for that. You have to be justified in that. And you can't come and say, well, you black, so that means that you just have to die. No, that's a no. No. Race has nothing to do with intelligence. Ain't nobody stupid over here. Nobody is stupid over here. So, you know, and so when I say that, that means that you ain't gonna never be able to convince me of that. And that's why I'm a survivor, and I'm gonna keep surviving, okay? Like as in the words of Beyonce. Okay? This bell. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. Let's see how I'm gonna do this. I think I'm gonna put everything in that box. So anywho, full moon is here. And if you ain't let it go, if you ain't found a way to fix it, and the only way you run around here talking about some, you gonna do it to human sacrifice, praise Jesus and the blood of Jesus, boy, bye. Ain't nobody gonna blah. I gotta go, y'all, because I gotta run and get me some cigarettes. Okay, so I am gonna do some full moon work, and so if you're a client, I'll be in touch with you, because that's it. Basically, in a nutshell, what we're dealing with here. People, like in the past decade or so, people, you know, witchcraft got more prevalent, but it was a lot of people that made very bad decisions, and they're going to have to deal with those bad decisions that they made. Because we ain't going to never stop doing the work. Because we have a right to live and breathe and be happy and not stay wrapped up in other people's bull crap. Okay, so I'll be in touch with my clients and stuff if y'all watching me on here. A lot of my clients don't watch me on YouTube because of the toxic energy on here, and I don't blame y'all. Y'all need to go and follow me over on TikTok and Instagram, because it's a lot of that on here. It's a lot of them running around here doing the most on YouTube specifically. It's a lot of it, and it's absolute insanity. We got some Bombay protection that can't nothing get past. Okay? So, you know, and I've got all my clients under that protection, but we gotta get some full moon work going on here. And so I'll be at y'all. You know, but that's basically in a nutshell what would happen. Somebody that's obsessed years and years and years. They obsessed with avoiding the real problem, which is themselves, within themselves. They obsessed with it. Ty be in there fussing about that game, y'all. I'll be trying to tell him to be quiet because people are listening that hard to my background. And you know you obsessed when I'm listening to the background. Like, what are you listening for? You know, and because I've already said that my man is not here. So what are you listening for in the bed? That's weird to me. The next time folks on here decide to attack Jamila, you need to look to that hateful ass man. Because when he had all that money from his mama, he went and paid. He didn't just pay for spiritual work on me. He put bounties on all y'all heads. And it's like, dude, what for what? Because he crazy and stupid. That's why. That was stupid as hell. And all I see in my foresight is him going down, and anybody that's caught up in his goddamn confusion is going down, because all I want to do is hold my grandbabies. I got 2 reborn dog great grandbabies. All I want to do is do that and give my man a big hug and a kiss and live life and be happy. I don't have that you want to stay in your damn confusion, go right ahead, but you're going to meet all my guardians that are at the gates. And I'm gonna do some research and check around to see if practitioners that do that kind of black magic for clients, if it's on them or the client. It's probably on the client that paid for the shit. They paid for it. I guess some of these practitioners be like, shit, I ain't got nothing to do with that shit. The person paid me for that work. I can't define the ethics for everybody. But I know that if you're a spiritual practitioner, and I tell you that King Kong ain't got shit on me. My will is strong times 100 billion quadrillion. Okay? And it's going to stay that way. You know, a lot of them got black magic clients that are unjustified, and that ain't my business because I ain't got no stuff like that going on. So that ain't my problem, nor the problem of Divine Services Apothecary. Okay? And you know, the protection that my spirits gave us, they said, speak to no one of this. That I said, shit. I said, I won't. So it's not something that I'm going to come on here and say, hey, y'all, I got some protection to show y'all. They like, no, you ain't putting that in the wrong hands. Like I said, you have to be an apprentice. You have to be a $10,000 apprentice, and it has to be for 2 years or maybe more until you're ready. Okay, so I ain't worrying about shit. You know, just because you have your client make a video, the fuck I'm gonna worry about a fucking video for? That's just small talk. That's small talk to me. And you know what? I will always be cocky because I got too many people that I love with all my motherfucking heart that I'm ready to die and kill for. You understand me? And you not. Even though I ain't never got to die or kill for those people. Okay? I'm gonna let my spirits and my gods do what they do. So we can be in the shade by this summer sipping on lemonade. I ain't got time for that. Okay, you want all that chaos and stuff, and you have it. You got it. You got it. Okay? You the one thought that witchcraft was about all that, and it has to be sometimes. Shit, that video I made this morning, this fucking, look at this shit I got right here. Like, this shit ain't no damn joke. Look at this shit right here. I need to wipe off my camera. Look at that. Oh, that's beautiful. Ooh, look at that skull candle. Okay? I don't even want to burn it. I'm gonna keep it just like that. To be honest with you. You know, and that's called love. That's my fight. That's how that's necessary with the type of evil that we up against. And ain't nobody gonna sit up here and just be like, well, I'm just gonna close down my business. It's too hard out there. Get the fuck out of here, man. Hey, listen, what you need to do is quit watching my pockets and watch your own. Couldn't believe the type of garbage, the type of bullshit that was in the spiritual community, especially when it comes to Black people. Y'all gotta get it together. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what the fuck. Oh my God. Grounding, grounding, grounding. Yes, thank you. Yeah, they doing too goddamn much. Gonna learn, hey, when you have that, you know what the saying is. Tyrese serious as fuck about that damn game. What's that quote on power corruption? I want to quote it exactly, verbatim. Absolute. Wait a minute. No, I want the original one. Power tends to corrupt, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. And see, you can't just go to the craft and say, oh, I'm corrupted, because guess what? That is manned and regulated by a woman. And I remember seeing some crazy person talking about, I'm going to destroy Hecate, because this woman wanted to do whatever she wanted to do. And Hecate is the essence. It's not a white woman. People keep trying to relate her to a white woman. It don't have nothing to do with white, black. She is the essence of magic. And you cannot come up in here with that thinking that she not going to regulate what you do when you doing stuff to people that's unfair and uncalled for and unjust. And she's a sweet energy. She gives her people the knowledge, especially when you got to let some shit go, because nobody's going to just sit up there and let somebody just keep biting them and biting them and biting them, man. What the fuck? Like, some of these people are like little kids. Like, they like, why not? Why can't I do this to you? I went, why are you fighting me back? Because I've got the right to fight you back. What the hell? They just think they can do whatever they want, and you supposed to lay down like a damn dog and die. You got me fucked up. And all my people, rise up. I'm giving you the power to do it. These damn bullies running around here. That ain't right. Trying to act like it's a power move. That ain't no power move. That's a coward's move. That's a person that don't really don't have a clue. Because I'll make sure these babies are protected, all babies. And oh my God, y'all, you know, and guess what? We get to forget about your evil. Oh, I wanna, you know, I want to chop your baby's heads off and stuff. Like, what the hell? Like, wow. That's when that lioness energy gets to coming up, and you can't stop that. Because every mama got the right to protect her babies, but the best way you're gonna protect your babies is don't go out there just the hell. You done started some shit. Now you concerned about your children and stuff. You should have thought about your children before you started all this shit with people. You the one started that shit with people. And it does matter who started it. But it also matters who finishes it. And I personally am of an opinion that why you bring that stuff into the craft, you supposed to be creating good things. Whatever. That's what I do. That's my legacy. You can't define my legacy. That's my legacy is intelligence. I didn't invest my time and my energy in the craft just to be destructive. I don't look my nose down at the craft. You know, you can create some wonderful things with it, and you don't have to be that way. You know, this is the one of the and because a lot of people don't like Wiccans or whatever, but you know, when Wiccans say "and ye harm none," they talking about not harming their loved ones too, especially. That's why they say that you don't want to harm your loved ones. Because people will try to harm your loved ones. And then, you know, it's a lot of knowledge that I have about money and stuff that a lot of people don't have. And so that's why they be like, money is the root of all evil. People that are going around saying stuff like that is so unevolved, y'all. You got to evolve. Please evolve. Please evolve. And stop saying I'm not going to listen to you, Jamila, because you have a vagina. Okay. Okay, hon. You going to listen. You ain't got no choice. Because right now, a bunch of people are doing a bunch of stupid and crazy stuff that don't make no sense. Okay. But anyway, I will catch y'all at a later time. I'll be over on TikTok later on today. I got a lot of stuff to do. I got a lot done while I was sitting here talking. Okay, I got a lot done. So I got to go. Blessings. Bye.